InuYasha is an anime that changed my life. It changed it because it taught me things, and it connected with me on a deeper level that words cannot even begin to express. Hi everyone! Today I thought I would sit down and just have a little chat with you about my favorite anime of all time, which, if you don't know already, is InuYasha. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? The year is 2006. I'm 8 years old, when one day I see InuYasha on TV for the first time. I'm instantly hooked right upon watching the first OP, Change the World.
I want to change the world. 情熱絶やさずに宝の未来へ手を伸ばせば輝けるはずさ。It's one
I have to give a lot of credit to the first OP, Change the World, for getting me so extremely hooked on InuYasha. But what was it? What was it that really kept me watching InuYasha? Because when I think about it, the type of animes I was watching around that time were things like Ojamajo Doremi, Pretty Cure, Corrector Yui, Rantaro. It was very different from the stuff I had been watching before. So that got me thinking, and I realized that the thing that kept me watching InuYasha, more than the incredibly charming and awesome OPs and EDs and the animation and all of that, what really kept me watching this anime was the characters. I mean, the strongest part of InuYasha are undoubtedly the characters. Each character has something to offer, a very interesting story and backstory, and a fight, more often than not internal, that they have to go through to reach their next level. And that was the main thing that really inspired me about InuYasha. InuYasha is so much more than just a shonen with a monster of the week kind of dynamic. InuYasha has so much depth. Each character has some sort of trauma, some sort of suffering that they have to go through. And this part of InuYasha is very realistic. InuYasha, even though it's based on a completely fictional setting, on a completely fictional and unreal premise, the stories that the characters have to tell are so real. Why are they real? Because you can relate to these characters. And the character I related to them the most, of course, was Kagome. Kagome was my favorite character from the beginning. And even though she's very flawed and sometimes can be a bit annoying and all of that, she's my favorite because she's the one I could relate to the most. She was just a teenage girl, and I saw myself in her because I wasn't a teenager yet, but I was about to become a teenager. So the reason I related to Kagome was because she just felt so real to me, like a character that felt very real with her unstable emotions, but also a character that was equally real and admirable, because she never hesitated when it came to helping people. She always was willing to do whatever it took to help other people, to make them feel better. Why did she break the jewel in the first place? She broke it because she was trying to help that little kid that got captured by that crow, the crow that later swallowed the jewel, and So I just admired that about her. She didn't seem helpless to me because more often than not, she stood up for herself when she thought she had to do something that she thought was right. And there are many examples of this. The episode with Mayu, that little girl she saved from going to hell, that episode made me cry so much, oh my god. And I don't know, many instances where Kagome was just a strong lead character. And that's the way I have always seen her. And not only that, she was also emotionally strong, because even though, the jealousy and all of that stuff, that's pretty fitting for a 15-year-old, if you ask me. She really did evolve, and I found it so beautiful to see how she came to accept the fact that InuYasha couldn't forget Kikyo, and the way she just accepted that and kind of, even though it hurt her, she encouraged InuYasha to go see Kikyo because she knew that's what he wanted. And ultimately, Kagome just wanted InuYasha to be happy, and that felt so generous and beautiful to me, because sometimes as humans we put ourselves first without even realizing it. We want the person we love to only have eyes for us, to only be for us. Imagine being in love with someone that can't really forget about anyone else. Imagine that. But there are circumstances in life in which you have to put your ego aside. And Kagome taught me that. She taught me to put my ego aside. And I don't know, she's just a very admirable character in my view. And all of the other characters too. I spoke a lot about Kagome, but Sango, Miroku, Kohaku, oh my god, Kohaku. The people who are saying that Kohaku should die in the sequel, he has suffered so much in his life. Just because that bastard Naraku decided to control him and make him a slave and make him do terrible things he would never do in his right mind. InuYasha is InuYasha, you know? Just like when InuYasha told Kagome, Kagome's Kagome, there's no replacement for you. I feel the same way about the show. InuYasha is an irreplaceable show. A show that, to me, is worth watching 1,000 times. Even the filler, even the demons, the fights, the somewhat bloody scenes. Even though I can't stand blood, the demons scared me as a child. I don't really like watching battles because they bore me. Despite all of that, I have always come back to InuYasha and referred to it as my favorite anime. And it all comes down to the characters and the story. InuYasha is an anime that changed my life. It changed it because it taught me things, and it connected with me on a deeper level that words cannot even begin to express. But this is what I tried to do today. I tried to express my love for this anime in this little video, and I hope this resonates with anyone else out there. And if you can help me explain why you love this show in a better way that I cannot seem to express myself, I'd be very grateful if you could do that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and long live InuYasha. Bye bye.